employment. We know what it is, the costs, the benefits, whatnot. But one thing we don't know is, what changes it? What influences an economy's employment? Well, policies, rates, spending by the government, budget deficit. These are 4 of dozens maybe, of factors that really play a role in changing employment. 2 simple ones though. 2 very prominent ones are aggregate demand, aggregate supply. These 2 factors are very, very important in terms of employment, but are also very easy to explain and understand. So, first of all, AD. What is it? Well, AD is actually GDP. This is the total dollar value of all goods and services produced within an economy. Almost, we can think of it as kind of the size of the economy, if we really want to simplify it. But on to important things. How does AD impact an economy's employment? Well, remember the business cycle? Our booms, our slumps, / troughs. Well, there's a pattern. At a boom, there will always be more employment. At a trough, the less will apply. Less employment. Now, how does that work? Well, at a boom, we're producing more. So, to keep up with the production rate, we're going to employ more people. At a trough, we're producing less. There's no need to have excess amount of people. We need to have the amount of people that we're producing. So we'll always have less. Now AS, aggregate supply, we don't know that as well as we do AD. Don't worry, it's a very easy definition, very simple. It's practically the volume of goods and services produced within the economy at a given price level. It's the ability of an economy to deliver goods and services to meet demand. Now, how does that impact employment? Well, I like to use a real-world example. You work in a car factory. It's got 10,000 cars, 10,000 people. One person produces 1 car. There's an explosion. Production levels go down by half. You're producing only 5,000 cars now. That's all you can produce. You don't need 10,000 people to produce 5,000 cars. That's not necessary, remember? 1 person for 1 car. So you fire 5,000 people. You don't need them. The trend is, when AS falls, unemployment increases. Now, I remember when I said they're not the only factors, there are other ones. But one very important one is consumer sentiment. Practically, it's how much the consumers enjoy the economy, and in response to that enjoyment, how much they trust, spend, / reduce spending. Now, if someone doesn't trust the economy, they're not going to spend as much. They will reduce spending. Reduction in spending means a reduction in production. And a reduction in production means a reduction in what? Employment. Now, onto another factor. Well, not really a factor. Budgetary policy. Remember when I said AD and AS might be the most prominent factors? Well, in terms of importance and influentiality, budgetary policy probably trumps them, but it's not such a factor, but something that's been utilized by the government. Now, you may be confused as to what it is. Well, the policy is practically the way the government influences taxation, spending, to influence one thing, and that is AD. Now, all they do really is just change the level of a tax, change the level of their spending. They manipulate us. Okay, so what they do, let's say, they increase their taxes. What happens when taxes increase? Well, we're less willing to spend. I mean, no one likes taxes, right? So, all of a sudden we spend less. More taxes, less spending. Less spending means less employment. This is the reason why I want to go with consumer sentiment. Now you're still confused. Maybe. I don't know. So let's say the world is in an iPhone frenzy. I mean, everyone buys it. Government puts taxes on them. Well, what have they done? They've just stopped everyone buying iPhones. They've stopped the spending. Less spending, less employment. Look guys, thank you for listening to my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the parts before it, and I hope you enjoy the next part.
Created using Powtoon.